Okay, hold on. Sorry, just trying to get Twitch to work on my tablet. Nope, I think I got... Okay, sorry about that. Twitch decided to disconnect, or OBS, or whichever studio, or whichever program. Okay, so, we don't even know what the murder weapon was. I just hit my mic, I'm so sorry. That one can be wrong too. That one's wrong as well. Maybe it was something like what they used with Sayuri. Maybe? We don't know the details for sure. Okay, so it's either 2 or 3 that's wrong. Oh, 3 was the one. Yeah, the loop on Chidori's neck. No, actually, we know what the weapon was. It's a small looped thread left on her neck. A thread? She was just killed with that? Small things can be deadly in the right hands. My theory is that this is possibly maybe piano wire? No, maybe not. How did they use it? They probably must have put it on Chidori's neck and pulled hard. They just kept pulling until she suffocated. And while doing that, they also cut her neck. That's horrible. What a ruthless killer. Yeah, from what we gathered from the evidence, they were both completely unconscious. And they died. I guess you could say... No, I can't necessarily say they died peacefully. They just suffocated. There's no signs of struggle, is what I think I was meaning to get. What a ruthless killer. Is killing someone like that more ruthless than stabbing or poisoning them? I don't think so. Still, while it's an effective method of dispatching someone, it is not a particularly quick one. Yeah, they must have been doing that for a few moments before she died. So what else can we deduce? Let's see, the kill must have taken the culprit some time. Right, since the victim did not die instantly. During that time, Chidori must have been fighting for her life. That's wrong. She was unconscious. But eventually the killer overpowered her. So it must have been someone strong, right? Nope. Yep. And that is the Monokuma file? Yeah. No, that's not it. What do you mean? Chidori has not been struggling for her life. The Monokuma file clearly states that there was no signs of struggle. Huh. Weird. If someone tried to strangle me, surely I'd try to fight. But not relatively. Not if the victim was unconscious at the time. Oh, that's right. So should we change the topic to how Chidori was made unconscious? Let's finish the discussion about weapons first. Alright, so I know that Chidori was killed with that thread, right? That would be correct. What about Nini then? Nini was killed the same way, I think. Do we know anything more about Nini's death? At the time, there was no weapon on site. Oh, this is an agree one. At this time, there was no weapon on site. What if they did... So what did they use? A cable? Like Sayuri? Or maybe just the same type of weapon as Chidori. Someone please solve that problem for us. Yeah. Please. The wound on Nini's neck. That's right, Drew. Did I say that? Did I say it right? Yes, I'm pretty sure it was the same type of weapon for both of them. How'd you guys that? It's pretty obvious when you look at them. They have very similar looking wounds after all. Sorry, let me adjust my headset. Okay. Indeed, both were suffocated by something sharp that cut their necks until they bled. It looks horrible. It does, but we can't avert our eyes if we want to solve this case. Okay, but we didn't find any weapon for Nini, right? But it's true, there was nothing in the library. The culprit probably just threw it away. It was just a thread, right? Monokuma might have gotten angry if someone littered, though. Of course I would, duh! Maybe that they used the same thread for both of them. That's what I'm thinking as well. You mean the one in the movie room? That is likely. So they killed Nini with it, took it upstairs and killed Chidori? That's how it works. There is another thing that makes me wonder. Why tie a loop around someone's neck, especially if they're unconscious? Why not just roll a thread? Why not just roll a thread around and pull? That's true. It'd be easier, even more so if you wanted to take it with you and reuse it again. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. It'd be weird to tie it around one person and then untie it and tie it again. Is there something behind it? Anyway, we have other matters that we need to discuss. Can you listen to me for a moment? She has a theory. So from what I understand, from what I understand is that the killer murdered Nini and then went to Chidori. Are you sure that it happened in that order? What if they were killed simultaneously by two different killers? Monokuma already said that's not right. But Monokuma said there wasn't a second killer, was there? Unless the second killer was actually Monokuma. Okay, I think it's the second one. Or the first one. Nope. Oh, that one. Okay. No, that's impossible. They couldn't have been killed at the same time. Right. Because there was no second killer. Well, that too. But what I meant is that we know the times of death for both of them. The Monokuma file states them clearly. Oh, sorry, I must have missed that. No problem. We know you were feeling unwell during that time. Okay, then can you remind us of the times? It was 10 a.m. for Nini and 10 a.m. for Chidori. So a 10-minute death, or a 10-minute difference. Just a 10-minute gap. It's hard, but it's possible to do. So this gives us a lot more information about where the culprit was at the time. Right, so some people must have seen them moving between the rooms, right? That's possible. There were lots of us on the second and third floors at the time. first we need to make sure that we know how the killer moved. Of course. Wait. How did the killer move between the murders? Upstairs, downstairs, stayed on the same floor. Ooh. Right, the culprit has gone upstairs. That's correct. They must have gone from the library on the second floor to the movie room on the third floor. Okay. Does this give us anything wrong? Let's think about it. We need to analyze how everyone moved before we found the body. But no one knows for sure what everyone was doing at the time. Hold on. I was just chilling downstairs. That's why it can't be me. Were you though? See, everyone can just say something like that. Do you think Monokuma could let us see the feed from the hall camera? Okay, that one is wrong. Pascal's account? Yep. That actually makes me sick. No, that's not exactly right. We have an option of learning the movements of everyone during that time. You mean what? You mean the cameras? No, I meant a witness. That's right. Pascal has been repairing the lamp on the third floor hall during the entire time. And he saw everyone moving there? Well, I either saw or heard everyone walking by. Is that enough, though? He could have only been monitoring the one place. Right, and the kills happened on 2 different floors. If he was stationed at the exact point, he could have noted anyone that went from the second to third floor, or the opposite. Right, that is the most important point after all. Yeah, since you know the killer had to change floors during that time at least once. Pascal, do you know the exact times everyone walking by? Sorry, but no, I only know the general time period in which it all happened. I know I started working on it around 9:40 a.m. and then I stopped when we opened the door to the movie room I'm so sorry. To the movie room at around 10:20 a.m. So everyone that has been So everyone that has been moving did it during that 40-minute period? Wait, not looking. Yeah, I think so. It's still happening. I'm sorry. It's still something. We know that both kills happened during that time. Which means the person who also had to do it. No, I misread that. The person who moved also had to do it then. Right, so can we narrow it down to how many people exactly? Pascal, please tell everyone the people you saw or heard during that period. Okay, then number 3. So the people that went upstairs and entered the third floor hall were Megumi, Fu, Dachi, and Ayaka. The people who went by me and went down were Rin and Haru, and then Haru. Only those 6 people moved during that time. No one else walked by, including the victims Chidori and Nini. And of course, I also haven't moved during that period. Can we be sure that there isn't some other person that you just didn't notice? Yeah, yes, I have very good hearing. I know for a fact that no one else took any steps. Alright then. Thank you, Pascal. This will help us a lot. No problem. Glad to help. So that means we could just narrow it down to 6 people, right? Not 6, just 4. Huh? Does anyone here have the patience to explain? What all your card means is that we already established the direction that the killer moved in. Oh, right. They had to move from the library on the 2nd floor to the movie room on the 3rd floor. So in short, upstairs. So it's just the 4 of us. So yes, you, Megumi, Fu, and Dachi. Oh no, I'm a suspect? Rin and I couldn't have done it since we only went downstairs and didn't come back up. Well, that's certainly a nice account. Yes, but it does not solve the case. Out of those 4, who could it be? Oh man, my gut's telling me that's Ayaka. I know, it's like a huge hunch, and I have like no idea. But I just feel like Ayaka's just been speaking a little funny lately. Well, certainly not me. I also haven't done it. I want to believe in everything as well, but some of this goodness changed. And you already told me numerous times that it couldn't have been Monokuma. Indeed. Trusting others in this situation is treacherous. It'll only bring you your downfall. Oh, my mouse is in the way. Sorry. Yeah, we heard this already. I won't listen to you. So we have 4 suspects. I missed what he said again. We have 4 suspects, but no way of accusing any of them. In that case, let's change our focus. Let's look at the different aspects of the case and look for a breakthrough. Right, so I was wondering, how is it possible for none of the victims fought against the killer? Okay, so we're gonna discuss the poison. Okay, let's discuss that then. The killer must have done something to the victims. Maybe they just attacked them from behind. No. Maybe they hit him on the head to make them unconscious. Nope. It must have been someone they trusted. That's why they didn't struggle. No. I think they might have just been drugged somehow. I misread that, but yes, that's correct. Which one? The drugged water bottle. There we go. You're right, Haru. Well, obviously, the killer did indeed drug the victims, and they used the bottle of water that we found for this. Wait, and they used the bottle of water that we found for this. Right, I had to find out the hard way. Okay. Thanks to Ryo's sacrifice, we were able to determine that the water in the bottle was contaminated by a powerful sleeping drug. Just a few drops of this water, and the victims would fall into a deep sleep for at least an hour. Damn, that's some strong stuff. They spiked their water without They spiked their water without them knowing and gave it to them. They didn't stand a chance. Because you know they might be in pain if they died in their sleep. That's something, but it doesn't change the fact that they were murdered. So, do you know what they used? How exactly did they drug them? Right, we've seen something that they probably used. Water is that's it. Any kind of oxytocin in the memory. Indeed, they were left out in the open. Nicotine, a powerful substance that Rin told us about. I'm sure we can trust her expertise. So you did find the drug I was talking about. Interesting. Yes, the killer carefully added it to the water and gave it to Chidori. I'm guessing it's the drug leading downstairs first, then go to the movie room with the bottle and give it to Chidori. And then they just left the bottle there? Makes sense. I guess we're closer to understanding exactly how the crime went. Maybe, but I still think we should discuss it a bit more, some more. What I'm thinking is the killer was taking a lot of risks. You mean we could have caught them? Right. At any time, someone could have entered the movie room and seen them. That might be wrong because it was locked? Or are they talking about before the kill? They could be caught moving sorry. They could also be caught while moving between rooms. But they didn't do anything suspicious there, did they? Ooh, I don't think what's wrong. Oh, this one. Right, the locked door. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about. Right. I don't think anyone could just enter. The door was probably locked after all. It was? Well, the killer did have the key, as they locked the door afterwards, so they probably used it to make sure no one would interfere. My question is, where the hell did they even get the key? Still, there was some risk to that. Someone could have been worried after seeing that the door was locked. True, I guess they could eliminate all the risks. Something else makes me think they could have locked the movie room, but they didn't lock the library, right? Oh, we didn't have the library. Oh, yes, there's no key. Oh, there's no key to the library. I'm guessing they can't unlock that and the library. Harsh but true, at least since we don't have Sayuri with us anymore. They could have done anything they wanted in that room, and no one would see them. But if no one goes to the library, how did they get Nini to go down there? After all, that's where she was killed. Unless she drugged her somewhere else, and then took her to the library. Why would anyone do that? It's too risky. Someone could have seen them in the corridor. I do not claim to fully know the minds of our killer. Okay, anyway, I was wondering, why did the culprit lock the door after they left? They even hid the key to make us unable to enter. Do you think there is something that they didn't want us to see? Something other than the body? Yeah, something about that room that they didn't want us to see right away. To be honest, I had a weird feeling about the movie room throughout the case. There's something unusual about it. I don't know, something weird, something suspicious? I have to think about the room again. Oh, this is referencing the hole in the floor, right? Suspicious about the movie. Okay, hole in the floor. The hole in the floor? Ah, yes. It has been bugging me for some time, too. Something. Maybe it's just me, but this hole seems suspicious. There's something weird with the hole, right? So far, we have no idea about the culprits, but if we analyze the important details, something has to come out. I'm gonna go with this as far as I can and see what happens. That's the only way. I missed what you said. That's the only way I can find out who did this to Nini and Shirley. Oh, halfway point of the trial already. That hole in the floor, there's something off about it. It's so conveniently placed right next to the victim's head. It's too convenient. What of it? What if the culprit used this hole in some way when killing Chidori? How would they be able to use it? Question, how could the killer have used the hole? They moved through it, they looked through it, they put the murder weapon through it. It's the last one. Okay, so unless this is not okay, hold on, let me see what the answer is and then I'll Okay, that's what I was theorizing. I'm like, what if they used the same rope, put it through the hole, and somehow choked both Nini? Oh no, wait. There's a bit of a difference. There's a time difference. Choked Nini out first and then choked out Chidori. I was kind of theorizing that, but I just couldn't put it into words yesterday. Yes, this is it. See, the murder weapon is just some thread, right? That's the conclusion we arrived at. But what if you use a little more thread? It's so thin that you could be able to put it through this hole. Maybe, but what would that achieve? That's what I'm getting at. If we put a loop on the victim's neck and then connect it to the second piece of thread that goes through that hole, we're able to pull the loop to the other floor. But why would someone do that? Sorry. Obviously, to kill the victim from the other room. Okay, so my theory was correct. Think about it yesterday. Whoa. Now this is getting interesting. So if you're suggesting that the killer put the victim to sleep in the movie room and then thread through the hole and then finish the kill from downstairs. But why would someone do something like that? Probably to confuse us, to make this murder more difficult to solve. Man, this is crazy. Actually doing it like this fits with another thing that we noticed during the investigation. What evidence fits this method of killing? The rooms are above each other. The room in which we found the bodies are situated right above each other. Yes, because it means the hole in the floor leads right to the library. And that in turn means the killer would have been able to kill both victims from the same room. Okay, so maybe the thread wasn't attached to each other. Oh! So both victims were killed from the library. I think so. But that would mean the culprit did not have to move floors between the first and second floor. That's true. So our deduction about the suspects who moved during that time is out too. Well, yes. So we're back to square one and everyone is a suspect again. Perfect. Thanks, Mugami. But we did get closer to the killer with that, I'm sure. Each piece of information is a step forward. The question is what can we do with it? Ouch. I need to think about this more. Okay, meanwhile, I have a different question. Yes. The culprit used quite a lot of that thread, right? The loop on both the victims' necks, and some more to get it through the floor. Can I ask where they possibly got it? Oh yeah, but how exactly did they get so much of it? It can't be just some thread from a piece of clothing. It'd break away too easily. But there was something stronger than this? True, that could have been some regular thread, but what? That couldn't be some regular thread, but what could it be? Unless... Oh, there's only one answer that comes to my mind. Something that was mentioned some time ago, before all of this even started. Letter by the ring. What was the thread that the killer used? Is it fishing wire? No, I feel like that wouldn't hold it. It is the fishing line! Oops. Okay, my hunch was right. To carry out the murders. What? Fishing line? Would that be strong enough? Fishing line is strong, durable, thin, and sharp. Everything fits the thread used in this case. Okay, so it being piano wire is wrong. I'm kind of realizing where the hell would they even get that? The culprit was able to use it without risking that it would break. And also because it was so sharp, it cut the necks of the victim. I didn't even know that we had fishing line here. Is it not Ayaka? Did Rin do this? But what does that change? Everyone could have just taken some fishing line and used it for the murders. Oh no, what? Rin did this? It was not Ayaka? I thought Ayaka was just acting weird, but I guess Rin can obviously pull off a really good poker face if it is her. Everyone? No, not everyone. In fact, not long ago, only one person even knew that we had fishing equipment here. That means we can identify them. And that is Rin. Rin is the only one who knew about it. She did it? Is that what we're going with? That's right, Rin. It was you. Me? What do you mean? You were the one who told us about the fishing gear, didn't you? So what? Can you figure that? But you specifically told us the fishing rods you found were hidden under a lot of other things. Still, someone else could have searched that pile as well. I realize she's not quite defending herself in a way. Especially after I told you all about it. How many people knew about the fishing gear being there? All of the girls, everyone who was with me in the bath. That's right, Rin did tell us that she found the fishing rods. Oh. But I thought she hid them. But she hid them somewhere only she would know. Any of us could have gone there and taken them. I'm not so sure about that, Rin. Remember what else you told us? You said you hid the rods so you could take them later. So, maybe someone found them. She didn't tell us where she hid those rods, though. Okay, she didn't say anything. Ooh, suspicious. Maybe someone was just lying. Besides, we don't know any of the guys. We don't know if any of the guys knew about the rods as well. And if they did, they wouldn't admit to it now. Exactly, they could have been anyone. What do you think you did? Was my hunch wrong? Maybe I was too quick to call out Rin. I admit that this is enough to say that Rin is innocent. But it makes us look at some things differently. Right, she would know which drug was a sleeping drug. Keep going. I'm sure you're not so weak that you'd easily give up so easily. For example, we've been talking about how different people moved between floors. But I thought we decided that didn't tell us anything in the end. Right, since the killer could have killed both victims from the same room. They probably did, but even then, that doesn't mean that they all have... That does not mean that they haven't moved at all. In fact... Where did the culprit kill the victims from? It's going to say library. Sorry, okay, where did the culprit prepare Chidori's body before the kill? Yeah, that is good. And which way did the culprit actually move? Downstairs. The culprit. So the culprit. Oh, fuck. I'm not gonna read these. I don't usually read them. Yes, now I understand. The culprit actually did even more than we thought to use us. What did they do? See, because of the time of deaths, we were originally thought that the culprit had to move upstairs. But in reality, it was the exact opposite. First, they prepared the crime scene in the movie room. They put Chidori to sleep, and later next to the hole in the floor. And then they put the line through the floor, right? Yes, then they had to go downstairs to finish the kill from below. Okay, so now that narrows it down to both Rin and Haru. And I do believe it is Rin that did it now. I'm pretty confident now. The reason why they killed Nini first also because of Rin. You mean it was done for no reason? Since Nini died first, we suspected the killer went upstairs around the time of the killings. But what we should have done was question the people who went downstairs. And Rin's on that list. What does this all have to do with me? Damn. Well, you gave us a certain piece of evidence before. What evidence connects Rin to the crime? Rin's account? Oh, we're gonna use her own words against her. What did she say? I can't remember. Rin, you told us yourself that you went from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor. You even admitted going to the library. That's true. She did walk past me and went downstairs while I was working. You even said hi to Pascal as you were walking by to make sure he knew where you were going there. That was necessary for the plan that was trying to make us confuse the direction the culprit was going. I want to check something. Okay. That's baseless conjecture. Anyone could have walked there. Okay. Even if we count people noticed by Pascal, Haru was also there. That is right, Haru. Did you go downstairs? I did, but obviously I did not kill someone. It's obvious that you would say that. But that means we have at least 2 suspects. But I think we should ask Pascal one more important question. What? Yes, who exactly did you see with your own eyes while you were there? I know I saw Haru when he was walking by. I did not see Rin as I turned the other way for a moment. So, can we even be sure that's where she was? Okay, that's not my door. Yes, I told you she spoke to me back then. Also, that I'm sure I heard the footsteps of everyone who was walking by. See, there was one other person that had to move downstairs during that time. But they didn't make any footsteps. Wait, what? I'm not sure I follow. Who was the other person who moved downstairs but wasn't noticed by Pascal? Wait, what? Okay, I'm forgetting. Oh, Nini! Oh, yeah, duh. Kind of sounds like the killer probably carried her body? I don't know. But she would have been seeing Nini? Yes, Nini also had to go downstairs during that time. I would have heard her if she was walking there, if she walked there. I see, Pascal couldn't hear her because she didn't walk. Okay, so the killer did carry her unconscious body. She was actually being carried by the culprit. Yes, because at the time, Nini was already unconscious. She was put to sleep with the same bottle of water as she was. But to kill her in the library, the culprit would have had to carry her. Didn't Pascal see them then? That's why the culprit made sure to go when he wasn't watching. Which means it couldn't have been me. Pascal saw me. I wasn't carrying anyone. That's right. That means it's Rin. Rin did it. Oh, wow. So I'm the only one left again, huh? It's obvious it's you now. It's disappointing how far you want to take the short end. Let me explain to you why this reasoning makes no sense. Right. Let's see. Nini was only killed in the library on the floor. The killer lured her there while she was still alive. Wait, what? I don't think that's right. It was there where she drank the drug. She was never in the movie room at all. That's why her bandana was found in the movie room, I think. There was no need to carry her across the floor. I think it would be an unnecessary risk for the killer to take. because of Nini's bandana. No, Nini was in the movie room with Chidori, and that could be easily proven. Oh, is that so? Yes, we found her bandana in the movie room after all. She could have just left it there some time before. But she never takes off her bandana. Exactly, she always had this ridiculous thing on her head. And she did have it when she visited us during breakfast. So we can rather safely assume that she went to the movie room with the bandana on her head. But when she fell unconscious, the bandana must have fallen off. But the killer was too busy with their plan to notice that, and they just left it there. Not a major thing to overlook. But the most important part is that it proves Nini was in the movie room when she fell asleep. Which means the killer must have carried her downstairs. And the only person who could have done that was Rin. Yep, Rin did it. Me? Are you for real? That's just guessing. You have no way of connecting this crime to me. I don't think so. This is all just baseless conjecture. It's true that the clues point to Rin, but are they enough? Pascal might have missed someone after all. And anyone could have used the drugs from the infirmary. That's wrong. No. No, is it? I don't want to suspect Rin. Do we have to? You don't have enough proof, Megumi. Admit it. It's your fault. Yep. Reviews. Wait, what is Ren's account again? The sleeping drug? Yeah. Only she would know about the sleeping drug. Only she knew. That's not true. It could not have been anyone. But anyone could have taken the pills in the infirmary, right? Right, but that would not be enough. Oh, do you remember that box we found? Of course. It didn't have any notes regarding the use of pills or their effects, which means Rin only knew. True, just some chemical names. It listed the name of the chemicals, but Rin told us about benzopacin. I can't, but it didn't say what it does. Oopsie. What does that prove? It proves that you needed specific scientific knowledge to even know what's in that box. Sorry. Someone who didn't know someone who didn't know it would never guess that they could use it to make someone fall asleep. You'd have to be an expert in pharmaceuticals, which Rin is. It's not such rare knowledge. Many people know about the sleep drug. Okay, everyone, how many of you have ever heard of it? No one. No one, it seems. Of course they wouldn't get it to happen. No one really knows a lot about medicine. It's most likely that they've never heard of it. I know. And even if they did, there's still not everything. Wait, there's even more? Yes, the warning on the box said that improper dosage may be deadly. Despite that, the killer was confident enough to use it. And they did it perfectly. They used enough of the drug to make both Nini and Chidori fall asleep, but not enough to kill them. They're both dead now, so maybe they overdosed after all. No, the Monokuma file clearly states the cause of their deaths, and it didn't have anything to do with the chemicals they swallowed. There are only 2 talents that could allow you to find the proper drug and use it the proper dose without any instructions. One was the ultimate lucky student, but Yukito was already dead. And the other one is the ultimate pharmacist, which means Rin. Oh no. So Rin, do you have anything to say? Do I have to say? Do I have anything to say? Oh no. Of course I do. This is bullshit. It's illogical crap that doesn't make a bit of sense. It's illogical, stupid, and baseless. And did I mention illogical? Illogical? Of course I'm not fucking okay. I try to be helpful whenever I can. I try to be the goddamn voice of reason here to give you all some logic, and this is what I get. You decide to throw logic out the fucking window and go with your hunches to paint me as a murderer. You piece of shit. These aren't hunches, man. They're all based on facts and evidence. Sorry, I want to fix my hair. I do not accept your facts. I do not accept your evidence. I do not accept your stupid logic. For someone who talks about logic so much, she isn't behaving too logically now. I can't get her. I can't get her to like that. I gotta break through her words. Logic is everything, and you don't have any of it. You don't have any solid proof that I did. The culprit went to the infirmary to get sleep. Culprit used their knowledge about medicine. Chidori and Nini were in the movie room. They were put to sleep after drinking water. And Nini lost her instinct. You were the only one who knew about the fishing gear. Which means no one else could use the motor weapon. Logically, anyone could have gone to the infirmary and taken the drugs. You just want to pin on me because you're blindly guessing. Chidori was laid next to the hole in the door. The door was left locked. The person who heard the culprit walk by was Pascal. The culprit took Nini downstairs. And the people who went downstairs were Megumi and Rin and Haru. Only the ultimate pharmacist would have chosen the drugs and the dose properly. No one else had the knowledge necessary to do this. You stupid, irrational idiot! You wouldn't know logic if I hit you in the face! The room that the culprit arrived in was the library. The culprit first murdered Nini. Before the second kill, the culprit waited 10 minutes. And the body was discovered first. The body that was discovered first was Chidori? The culprit wanted to confuse us about the order of the deaths, the culprit's movements. The culprit had to use a lot of fishing line, but we didn't find any in the library. There was also wasn't an opportunity to throw it away later. Which means they still have it on them. Can you show us your pockets, Rin? This is all what? My pockets? Yes, can you show us what you have in them? So we fish around. This shouldn't be a problem, right? You. How dare you? I have nothing to show you. Leave me alone. That's what I thought. Well, if Rin doesn't want to show her posse, then logically speaking, there can only be one explanation. Please, you know nothing about logic. Nothing! Megumi, I think we've seen enough, don't you agree? Yes, there was no point in prolonging this any further. So you know what you have to do, right? As you, I'll summarize this entire case and get rid of any lingering doubts. Hold on. This whole case started with the culprit going to the infirmary. They chose the right drug and dosage using their expert knowledge. Then they asked Pascal to fix the lamp on the 3rd floor. So by doing that, they would create a witness. And the culprit went to the movie room with Chidori and Nini, gave them their target for drugged water that they prepared earlier. Both the girls quickly fell asleep. The culprit laid Chidori next to the hole and put a loop around her neck. They tied it around her neck. Then they put the thread through the hole, creating a long-range weapon. They took Nini with them, but lost their bandana in the process. They locked the door and hid the key inside the vase. By putting it there, they made sure that it would take us some time to open the door. After that, they carefully moved so that Pascal could hear them but not see them. They took Nini downstairs to the library, then laid her down on the floor and killed her with the fishing line. They had waited for 10 more minutes. Finally, they pulled the line hanging from the ceiling. Okay, so the fishing rod, the fishing line wasn't tied to both victims. And finally, they pulled the line. They pulled the line. The line pulled on Chidori's neck upstairs, slowly killing her. And with that, they just had to remove the additional line and hide it. But the culprit had no opportunity to get rid of it, so they just hid it inside the box. So they still had it with them when they met with everyone. And the person who did it all was Rin Fukui. And that's it. And that's all. And that's how it happened. Thank you, Megumi. Hey, Rin, do you want to say anything about that? What is there to say? It's over. You seem to have calmed down. Of course, it'll be illogical to carry on this farce. So you admit that you did it. Do I even have to? Megumi explained everything. It doesn't matter what I say to you now. Wow. So it's over. Awesome! Now it's the part that you've been waiting for. You've reached your answers, which means it's voting time. Please vote using the panels on your desks and choose who you think the killer is. Oh, and remember, make sure you vote for someone, otherwise you'll be punished as well. I don't want to do it. Okay, let's do it. Let's see the verdict. Will it be right, or will it all go horribly wrong? I can't wait. Yep. Oh, this is absolutely correct. The culprit who killed Chidori Sato and Nini Amimura was none other than their friend from the strike club, Rin Fukui. Congratulations! Rin. Save it. It's over. I don't want it to be right. If we weren't, we'd all be dead now. This still sucks. Rin, why would you do that? The motive, of course. So let's see what she wanted for her wish. Does it really matter? Yes, we want to try to understand you. This seems pointless. Rin, you were never a bad person. There must have been a reason, right? It was the motive. Oh, you think you know me that well? You're sure that I'm a good person? That's illogical. But okay, yes, it was the motive. You wanted them to grant one wish, right? I assume it must have been an important one. Of course. One thing that's more important to me than anything else. I have a sister, as you might know. You might have known that. Yes, I remember. I think you mentioned it once. Am I gonna cry again? She's been in the hospital for years now. She's very ill, and not just any random illness. It's a rare genetic disease that's slowly ruining her body. And no regular treatment can do anything about it. Oh. Her only hope was experimental treatment abroad, but it would cost millions. My family cannot afford it. Even I, with my talent and all, can't get that much money. So our wish was money. That's horrible. She's my inspiration for becoming a pharmacist. I wanted to find some way to cure her. But I couldn't. I'm a failure. I can't do anything. So that's why you were influenced by that motive. Yes, I asked Monica if they could finance my sister's treatment abroad for as long as I needed for her to recover. And I said yes, obviously. Something like that is nothing for me. After that, my mind was set. I knew what I had to do. I joined the strike club in order to get closer to Chidori and Nini. I found the drugs in the infirmary and the hole in the floor. In the movie room, I formulated a plan. But why kill both of them? Wouldn't one be enough? Yeah, you could have at least spared one of them. Probably not. What's the point? To achieve my goal, I would have had to sacrifice all your lives at the trial anyway. You would all have to die, so what's the difference if it was done by me or Monokuma? Cold as usual. No, my theory of my suggestion that it was possibly done by a girl was right. Besides, I needed both of them for my plan to work. It was a very devious plan, I must admit. I tried to make it complicated to confuse you, but it seems like it wasn't enough. Now it doesn't really matter. I failed. I failed my sister again. But it's the last time. Ren. Hey, can I ask you for one last favor? Don't say it like that. No, really, I know what's going to happen. If you survive this game, can you take care of my sister? I won't be there with her anymore. Of course we could do it. We promise we'll take care of her. Thank you. That means I have nothing else to do. I didn't think I was gonna cry. Just a little. Okay. I fix my hair. Oops, I smacked my mic again. Ah, you're done already? No more tearful goodbyes? No despair? You know what's gonna happen, right? I will not give you that satisfaction. Death is just a part of life. It's illogical to deny it. The logical thing to do is just to accept it and... Oh. The logical thing is just to accept it and... Right? It's logical too. Rin. In the end, it's just a mantra you kept telling yourself. Not strong anymore, are you? Well, that means we can now proceed. Hey, Megumi. Me? Yeah, my timer's almost up, so listen. You're the one who will have to lead everyone. Especially now without Chidori around. So make sure you get the mastermind. The mastermind is among you, I'm sure of that. You have to find them if you want to save the trust among the rest of you. Without that, you'll never survive this game. So defeat the mastermind and live. Rin. We will, I promise. Alright, enough of that talk. Time is up. Say goodbyes, because this is the end. I've prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate pharmacist, Rin Fukui. I'm getting her name wrong. It's punishment time. I wonder how it will go. Rin has been found guilty. Oh. Monokuma presents Rin Fukui and Take the Shots. We saw Rin tied to a huge X-shaped construction. Her arms and legs were locked tight. Oh, a big Monokuma hand appeared. Oh, shots as in bullets. It was holding a gun. Ooh, the hand brought the gun to Rin's arm. It was like a syringe ready for him. The gun fired and blood splattered everywhere. We managed to hear Rin scream through all the mechanical pieces. Sorry. The hand then brought the gun to the other arm and her leg, shooting everywhere. There's more and more blood and screams with each shot. Finally, the hand took the gun to Rin's head. It stayed like that for a few moments, as if it was waiting for something. And then it fired. The bullet pierced her head, killing her instantly. Fuck, I keep wanting to cry. There were no more shots, no more screams. Just silence, only broken by the sound of dripping blood. It was all over. We just stood there, unable to do anything. No, not again. Damn it. Rin. Another amazing execution. I feel like I'm getting better every time. Just shut up. No one asked you. Oh, but I'm asking you. How are you feeling now? Do you feel despair? What does it matter now? Oh, I'm sure you do. Good, good. Let the despair fill you until you can't feel anything else. Keep dreaming. This will never happen. You say so now, but eventually you'll fall to despair too. If not now, then after the next few murders. After all, you guys can't stop killing each other, apparently. It's weird. It's weird that you like it so much, but I don't complain. We don't like this. It's just your sick motives. You can always ignore them, you know. But that wouldn't be interesting. So I will bring you new ones and you keep falling for them. I wonder what will be next. You should. Well, I said my part. Now I'll give you time to cry on your own. Have fun. Bye. I hate him so much. We all do. Sorry. Why does he have to mock us even after what happened? Is this not enough for him? He does have a point, though. As I told you, we can't stop the killing. But if we all try... No, it won't work. The motives will keep coming. The game will continue. Takeshi, Katsuya, and Rin all fell for them and all died because of it. The only question is who will be next? But what if there will be no next one? Impossible. We can't stop the game. We can only do as much as possible to win it. Or at least, not be the next one to die. Alucard's words hurt us, but none of us had the strength to argue with him. Why did it have to happen? Chidori, Nini, and Rin. So many of us had to die. I don't want that. Please, someone stop it. Ayaka. We can't do anything for her now. Yeah, but still. Hey, Megumi. Yeah? You did it again. Congratulations. Thanks, I guess. You know, it feels worse every time. Each time it hurts more. We can save our lives by solving these cases yet. It feels like we're dying inside when we do it. I know. Yes, I know how you feel. We can't give up, though. We must see it to the end. When will the end be, though? All of us dying? I hope not. We can beat this game. I want to believe that, but it's getting harder every time. I will try to do what Rin told me, though. I won't give up yet. Good. Be strong, Megumi. Strong, easy for him to say. I've never felt so weak as I do now. Alucard's pessimism has taken over us all. We no longer see the end of this war. And still we have to go on. We have to continue living and try to survive. Ren was right, though. We do need to find the mastermind and defeat them. But who could be so evil to do something like that? So really us. I don't want to believe it, but I don't know if there's any other option. I hope we could find it out soon while we're still alive. We lost so many friends today. The best we could do is keep them in our memories and live on. Yes, live. Not a thing with the mastermind? Or... Hey, can you hear me? Good. How are things on your side? Oh. Okay, keep watering them then. What? Almost half of them already dead? Damn it. It's happening all so fast. We need to hurry up. See if you can access any other of their systems. I'll double my efforts to find them. Oh, so there actually are people looking for them. Good luck. Bye for now. Why does it keep happening? I thought we ended it, but still, I will fight it, I promised. I won't let it happen again. Hmm. I will never allow for another Danganronpa. The end of chapter 3. Danganronpa. And 3 more dead. There's only 9 left at the moment. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't realize it says it there. Anyway, that was it for the 3rd chapter of Live or Die. I kind of didn't think I'd cry a bit, but I just feel so bad. Sorry, I got shut off my glasses. Okay. So, yeah. So I'll be playing a little bit of I'll be watching more of Tetro Pink's 5th chapter tomorrow. And then I'll probably get back to doing your Live or Die's 4th chapter. I don't think I really have anything else to say. I don't know why I so heavily suspected that Ayaka was the one who did it. I didn't think Rin could ever because she said herself killing in this game is illogical. Although it was for the motive. Anyway, I guess it ended at a good time. Okay, hold on. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, and then after that day, we'll wait. You'll have to wait till Tuesday for more of Live or Die. Unless I decide to do Tetro instead, but I don't think I will, because I said I'm thinking about doing it like, or covering at least like once a week, every week. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, I actually forgot the stream cut in half. Not in half, but cut off. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, and yeah, I don't know what to say, sorry. Goodbye.